Hello. I've been contemplating this week the notion of overwhelm and to what extent the state that feels overwhelming, and that might be because we as humans have got challenges, we've got difficult life's events that may differ from the one person to the other. To what extent are we opening up ourselves to really anchor in that knowing that a state of overwhelm is actually a place of safety, which might sound quite paradoxical. So this kind of meditation talk, being with one another here now, is a kind of invitation to really bask in that liminality. I love that word, a kind of liminal space. And if we use self-inquiry to really inquire deeply into our hearts, knowing where does that sense of overwhelm is arising in, where does it emerge in. An overwhelm experience, and an overwhelm could be experienced either as an energetic kind of overwhelm, or lately what's emerging here more and more is a sense of bodily overwhelm. There's a sense of body agitation that's emerging like a wave, and the only way to pacify without an effort on doing that wave is just to let it happen. You know, exactly like the waves in the ocean. They just come, they splash, and then they bask, and they return back to the embrace of the ocean. We're not separate with that ocean. So the invitation is to really sit with that question with an open mind and open heart. Can overwhelm be a sense of safety? And if so, for who? And if we have the courage that sometimes, especially at the beginning, is required, and we let it be, we let the overwhelm be. There's no effort in trying to manage it or control it or ground ourselves. It's very common in psychotherapy. Sometimes it may appear that the person is needing that, and that's okay. The invitation here is different. It's got a different quality. It goes deeper than any need to do anything. When we anchor into that knowing, and we just let the wave splash in its own current, in its own pace, where is that arising in? Does it have a boundary of any sort? And letting the wave just be in that liminal space. Does it have a boundary? Who is holding it? Where is this wave being held and witnessed and expressed in? If we don't engage into trying to manage it and contain it and take the edge of it, if we just fully dive, fully let ourselves be in that way, anchoring in the knowing of our soul that this is just a wave, this too shall pass. And that this is arising from direct experience here, and it was offered to me and it was a gift, it felt, so it feels it needs to return back to its owner, which is this house with no owner, this hotel with no owner, just like a wave, it needs to return back to the ocean. So you can inquire with that with your eyes closed or your eyes open, or next time a smaller wave appears, you can inquire in that if it feels safer that way. What would happen if you just do nothing and let it unfold in its own unique and organic, intelligent, creative, intelligent way? When the need to grasp or change or control softens, what remains? When it dissolves, who is here? Who is here to witness that wave arriving? You know, this is I guess, a modification of self-inquiry, which can happen in a myriad of ways. This is just one way. So that's an invitation, and I'll leave this here. And if you listen until the end, thank yourself for listening.